This is March the 15th. I'm going to do a 10 minutes or less ring around the garden. I have two containers up there in the porch. I call it the porch box or the porch planter. Those are going to have microgreens. Right now they're fallow. Here's my purple sprouting broccoli, onions, spinach. My pomegranate is still alive out here. It's not doing nearly as well as the ones inside. Mustard from my own yard. Volunteer squash from the compost I tried doing. Nothing else has changed in here. You see my walking onions are walking, making babies. And this one right here, you can see down here, that one, and that one, and that one, those are all Helianthus tuberosus, which is related to the sunflower and called sunchoke or sunroot or Jerusalem artichoke. And I really, really like those roots. They're really good. They're full of good for you stuff. And I'm letting this red lettuce go to seed. It was part of my wildfire, and it's doing pretty well seeding. Marigold's still living. Walking onions. Oh, I pulled that up. Turned out it wasn't an avocado pit. It was a nut that the stupid squirrel must have planted in there, so I pulled it out. I don't want a nut tree. My sticky monkey flower is flowering. I'm sure it's thrown roots all the way down into the planter. My two red vein sorrel are doing well. These are the ones I had split. And you can see my compost pile didn't get hot enough because I've got squash and tomatoes coming up everywhere. So that's more info for me. The winter time is not the best time to use my turning composter because it doesn't get hot enough. And then these guys down here, these three squash, I plucked them out from up here a week or so ago and just stuck them in the ground. So we'll see if they do anything. My skeleton rose, I want to do some cuttings and propagate this. There's one of my small flower agostocles. This is pretty much fallow, leftover black magic kale. This is a skeleton rose I'm propagating, garlics, the sticky monkey flower. I'm going to plant some legumes in here this year, peas, beans, something like that, and maybe something else. This is my oldest celery. It's like a year and a half plus old. I've got black fly aphids on my onions here. That'll be okay. I can just spray them off next time I water. All my brassicas are going to seed. I plucked that one off the top. Swiss chart's still okay. I think the problem is there's three of them in one little space. There's another volunteer coming up, the itty bitty little one. Radishes are doing well. I need to thin my carrots. Parsnips never did go. This might be a parsnip. So those seeds had to be freaking old. Or they just don't grow as well as the radish and the carrot. I don't know. Lemon verbena, I think I need to cut it all the way back. Here's where my big purple tree collards were. I cut them off. That's a separate video. What I'm going to do, what I've done. Daikon going to seed. Purple sprouting broccoli from the yard going to seed. My lemon thyme is really, really happy. And you can see most of my Egyptian walking onions are walking. Over here, where the round cup is and where the blank tag is, I've planted two sets of the three sisters. One corn, one bean, one squash. I may talk about that later. I think I planted them really early. We'll see if they come up. Nothing different here. None of these things are different except that I pulled up all these walking onions and then just repotted two of them. I'll probably be doing the same thing with that one later in the spring. Another celery growing. Another celery doing very well. I have no idea what this is that sprouted under the rocks. I'll have to take a picture of that. This is a lemon thyme I tried propagating, and it's not dead, so that's good. Yes, we live near train tracks. Garlics, celery, not much else here. And I will swing around before I forget the rest of this. Marigold is doing very well here. Marigold? No. Yeah, I do that all the time. Geranium is doing very well here. My rosemary survived the transplant. So did all of these little celery seedlings. Purple tree collard's doing okay. Mustard's trying to come up. Not great. My purple sprouting broccoli here finally took off. It's very happy. And my spinach is doing very well here. So that's cool. And the Black Magic kale. Again, black fly on my onion. And you'll see I pulled out that pink container that was in here. And I totally uprooted these onions and then just kind of set them back down. And they seem to be re-rooting themselves. I pulled up my deer tongue lettuce and harvested the whole thing. A garlic, sorrel. Yeah, this does this every spring. I'm not sure what I need to do to it. I did something that helped it, and I don't know what it was. Here's my strawberries. They've seen better days. They've seen a lot better days. I don't know if they're going to like this heat wave coming up. Oh, and I got a hedgehog for... He does lights out of his eyes, and then there's his solar panel back here, which needed to be wiped out. Did all those. Walking onions are doing well. A couple of lettuces that didn't grow last autumn are growing now. This, I'm pretty sure, is one of my purple tree collards. I don't know. I'll have to go back. Or you could go back and look. This one is the purple of Sicily cauliflower, and you may be able to see the little aphids on there. Yeah, it's because it's stressed. It's not doing so well. Broccoli going to seed with garlic. It's hard to see in here, but there's my cabbage, Earliana cabbage. I've got two of them, a bigger one on the left and a smaller one on the right, and all the tall, grassy looking is garlic that I planted. Here's my purple, rosy bok choy, lemon thyme, agastiki. I'm going to see if this one... I cut these all the way down. They were deer tongue lettuce. I cut them all the way down. We'll see if they go to seed. There's my celery nursery. My rosemary still here. Collard flowering. I'm going to let this deer tongue go to seed. My chard. The mustard. Collard going to seed. I actually cut those two flower tops off and put them in a salad this week. My marjoram is very, very happy, so that's good. More walking onions. Mushroom plant, meh. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to let this deer tongue lettuce go to seed. You can see it's already making like a little seed head in there. And look, there's a celery got slipped in here. Red vein sorrel is thrilled with me. My snapdragons are okay. I'm going to let that wildfire go to seed. Another brassica. These are all my peas, sugar snap peas growing. They're very happy. That one is a cabbage, I think. It's an Earliana cabbage. That is a volunteer squash because I put some, what do you call that? Compost that wasn't fully cooked. This one is one of my purple sprouting broccolis. I'll let it go another week, and then I'll probably harvest the leaves for greens and maybe the little head. I'm sure it's cross-pollinated with other things. Swiss chard. There's where I put one of my tops of my purple tree collard. The mums, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. The marjoram is very happy. Which agastiki is this one? Oops. This one is Blue Fortune hyssop is what they call it. And I wasn't sure it would grow, but it is. I cut this purple of Sicily all the way down, and it's got a volunteer growing, and I don't think it's going to come back. This one's covered in aphids. I got to stick it in water and drown them and use that for food. But my friendship sage is doing beautifully. It's making my beautiful flowers. A little bit, the dwarf Cavendish isn't dead yet. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do about him. I may have to put him in a container and put him inside. Because it was a mild winter. Like that yellow container maybe. I harvested my pixie cabbage and it's in the greens this week. This one is going to seed. This was either, I think it was Desico broccoli. It had to be either Desico broccoli or, what do you call that? The collard, I don't know which. Same thing down here. Gonna let that deer tongue go to seed. More walking onions. My flowers are doing okay. My hummingbird mint is coming back. The hummingbird's lunch is still living. These are snapdragons. That one was my dahlia. I don't know if it's really coming back or not, but I figured I'd leave it there. That's the wildflower mix from last spring. And no action in the turmeric and ginger area, probably because it's still too cold. Still got this rosemary going with walking onions. Here's where I put my other two tree collard tops. I'm hoping that they'll root. I've got them here on the northeast side of the house where I moved my lettuces because the heat. We're going to hit 89. Forecast is for 89 on Monday, Tuesday, and 90 on Wednesday. And today it's supposed to be in the mid to high 80s. So that's what's going on in the garden. Bye.